Hello, it is Wednesday the 10th of June and I am out walking my dog in my high-vis and talking about education. It's Simon Lewis here from onshaw.net, and you can watch these videos on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/onshaw, or listen in the comfort of your commute on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or any of your favourite podcasting platforms. And every day I go for a walk with my dog and I talk about an issue in education. And I've been talking about the convention, I've been talking about issues that are in newspapers and things like that for the last little while. But I want to take a pause because we are 2.5 weeks roughly away from the end of the school year. And I want to talk to you very, very briefly because, I always look terrible in these videos, but I think at this stage of the year, I am looking more terrible than usual because June-itis is definitely set in, and I am absolutely exhausted. And I am sure that I am not alone in that. In fact, I would imagine this is the time of the year, this is peak June-itis, coming to the end of the third last week. We're in the throes of writing reports, potentially, maybe still putting in the data from our standardized tests. Panels have been published, so class allocations have been allocated. We are thinking about what we're doing already next year. We're panicking perhaps that we have so much to cover and so little time. We may have sports days or active weeks. And then on top of that, being tired and knowing that everyone else around us is tired, there's the little things that wouldn't have annoyed us in September, October, November, December, and so on. But in June, they seem really, really magnified. And I just am making this video not because I have any solutions. I think maybe teachers will understand that despite our job being one where we are surrounded by people all of the time, for the entire time in the day, we are surrounded by at least another 20 people, many of them very small, but they are there, and we have to interact with them and keep them happy. We also, behind them, even though they may not be in the room with us, we have their parents and their families who are also very tired at this stage of the year. I don't think teachers are unique in June for being tired. It's just it's that kind of time of the year where it's where I suppose a lot of people's calendars, particularly parents' calendars, match up with their children's calendars. So it's very tiring, and I guess this is just to say, it's the last hurdles. We need to really, really try and keep it together, keep well if we can. I don't know what you do to keep well at this stage of the year, but I guess I've one or two tips that might help you, particularly in the report writing end of things. And maybe the point of this is to maybe give you some advice in terms of report writing and time management, because I know we have the highest class sizes in the EU, which means that you're most likely going to be writing a lot of reports, and that can take a very long time while you get into the rhythm of it. What I would suggest you do is set time limits after school for doing your reports, and not try to do them all in one go. Because I think one of the most important aspects of this time of the year is really making sure that you get to sleep on time, because if you go to bed, if you do an all-nighter, if you stay up really, really late one night to get a load of reports done, the follow-on impact is quite difficult, because you find yourself not only fine, you'll get your reports done, but you're going to be really, really, really tired for the rest of the week, and so on. And that can lead to knock-on effects, domino effects, depending on what's going on. You know, might get an email from a parent that normally wouldn't knock a feather out you, but could really knock you over because of your of exhaustion and so on. So what I would suggest is put a time limit on when you stop writing reports, and stick to it, and maybe do them over a little period of time, rather than trying to get them all done in 1 or 2 days. It's just a small tip that might help. Make sure you go to bed on time. I need to follow that one myself. And very, very finally, make sure, if you haven't done so already, it's the biggest piece of advice I give to school leaders, I would extend that to teachers, is take your email off your phone, your school email off your phone. Make sure you don't have notifications on your phone from for school, particularly at this time of the year. This is the time of the year where a very, very relaxed evening can turn into a very stressful evening because of a buzz on your phone and a little nasty little email, or even a small little concern can tip you over the edge. So all I'm saying is, look after yourself as much as you can, and don't be afraid to acknowledge that you are exhausted. I know people give out about teachers and all that sort of stuff, but you know what it's like. And I always say it's like being an ultra marathon runner, and this is the wall when you're working at this time of the year. So we're going to push through it, but you need to look after yourself while you're doing it. Slow down is what I'm saying. Anyway, there is some unwanted advice from someone who's equally exhausted. I hope you have a lovely, pleasant day, and let's keep going. All right, talk soon.